Hey everyone, 5869 Casting here, and today we've got another episode. I think this is episode 5 of From Lane to Lane. Pretty excited for this one. Looked like it was right down to the wire actually, so um, it's going to be a good game for sure. We got a Meepo here, so always fun to watch a Meepo, always fun to watch a Rubik. Ricky, kind of fun to watch that guy just be a little bit of a sleuth, walk around getting some kills here, but we'll just go right into it. It looks like we're going to have this Meepo mid potentially. And bot lane, we're going to have a Shadow Shaman as well as a Silencer. Maybe in the jungle, we're going to be looking at this Lycan here and potentially an offlane Juggernaut. So a lot of carry on both teams, actually. PA is a ridiculously good late game carry. I'd say Radiant's definitely in favor here, but who knows how this game's going to turn out, as it's going to look pretty exciting as well. It looks like we're going to have a PA top with the Rubik, Pugna mid, and bot lane it's going to be a Ricky and Axe, and Ricky has spotted out the Shadow Shaman, so if only he maybe had an Orb of Venom here or something, or maybe tried for a body block there, they'd maybe be, although I don't think he got call. Yeah, I just got spin, so not going to be able to get a kill anywhere. Top rune, though, a little bit of a dance going on here, as both teams look like they don't really want to give it up. Meepo is kind of standing on top of it, but doesn't mean he's necessarily going to get it. PA looks like she really wants to contest it here. If you're going to contest it, though, you got to go. No point in just dancing around, maybe trying to scare the other heroes away a bit, but needless to say, about a 1-for-1. Dyer's going to get a rune. Radiant's going to get a rune. Going to even out somewhat. Meepo's going to get it mid, which is good. He'll be able to get a quick level 3, which is very important here, especially against a Pugna. I don't think you can really win this matchup. You're just going to be looking to poof down the lanes, and probably with the secondary, Meepo just stack a camp and look to catch up that way as well. So we'll see. Should be not too bad of a lane. We'll just pull up the last hits here and keep an eye on that. And bot lane looks like we're going to have a tri-lane here, actually. So maybe a support Silencer. Still has a ward on him. Probably needs to go place that sometime soon. Just right-clicking this Axe. If you're going to do this, guys, try not to draw the creep aggro, as it'll help the other team's lane push. You don't want that whatsoever. Top lane. Jug's going to have not too bad of a time here. They've really only got lift. And he's got a spin outside of that, so he should be alright. Actually, we're going to get a TP top here from the Silencer, so they're going to abandon this tri-lane. And look at this. I will kill you. FYI. Look at that. Getting a little bit aggressive here is the Meepo. And yeah, it's going to be a very tough lane for him. There's finally his level 3, so we'll see. Looks like he's actually just going to bring it to the mid lane. I'd usually swap it out. Maybe salve this one up, go to stack a camp, and keep the other one safe here. Juggernaut with a Quelling Blade, a Stout Shield, and some tangos, so he's doesn't have too much regen here. And look at this, Meepo already gonna go with a net here on mid, but does he have a follow-up net? Looks like no. Just kind of making sure this Pugna stays a little bit farther away. 9-0 on the Meepo, 9-0 as well on the Phantom Assassin. Not too bad, 20% chance to spin. Probably some fun axe things going on there. I wonder if this Axe maybe wants to cut the creep wave here. There is a ranged hero, and gonna look like no. He's just gonna stick to staying in lane here. They did buy some sentries for the Ricky, perhaps looking to get a kill on him. Double damage onto this Meepo. Pugna's gonna go bot. He's gonna grab the rune there, as I think that could have been denied by the wolf, but at least they do see him there. They've got the ward as well, so should be alright. And actually PA getting quite low up here. Probably a lot of harass from the Silencer, and they could potentially get a kill here. Unfortunately, they don't have a slow or a stun for the spin. And look at that. He's so low. He's going to blur that one hit, thankfully, for this PA. Juggernaut going to miss a couple last hits there, unfortunately. Looks like there it is. Axe is now ready to cut the creep wave here. Almost finishing his Tranquil Boots once he gets a couple more last hits, or a few more, I guess. He'll have them. Ricky not doing too bad either. He's getting close to his shreds. Probably was the one that got that bounty rune there. And it looks like maybe Meepo wants to go in mid again. He's going to poof, but he's got to be careful. This Pugna perhaps could have gone on that, as a very low Meepo using poof to go in. Wouldn't have had much of an escape there, but all is well. There, look at the damage from that. Nether Blast is just so hard to deal with. It's just so spammable, especially when you've got a bottle. You just sort out, there's another one, and both these Meepos are just so low right now. And he doesn't have a stack to fall back on, so maybe not comfortable with stacking, and there's no problems with that, but That just means it's going to be a hard mid lane. Although he still has 3 more last hits. Neither hero is really with any denies, so nobody with a major advantage in the lane. We'll see where first blood is going to finally get spilled here. It's been pretty quiet here. Just about 4 minutes and nobody's dead just yet. Just enjoying some farm bot lane here is still very quiet. 17-0 across 3 heroes here for last. It's Meepo, PA, as well as the Axe. So Dire not doing too bad. Radiant as well, though, keeping up with the last hits. Both teams really getting as much farm as they can here. PA's is probably going to slow down now as she's really losing a lot of mana as well as HP to the silencer. They don't have any more regen for this Rubik or this PA now, and Meepo actually almost dying mid. I missed that, unfortunately. It looks like maybe he, I think he went to stack there or something, or just almost died at the rune. So very close, but it looks like Axe may be the first to go. No, the call for the extra armor as well as the mischance from the smoke there. It's not too high just yet, and there's the tranquil boots as well as the treads. Shadow Shaman, it looks like they want to go for the Axe, but they've got to be careful. He's regenning up. And he is going to get a salve as well here. Just hiding in the woods. Meepo looks like perhaps he's ready to go mid. Does have 2 full HP Meepos and actually first blood bot lane. I missed that one, unfortunately. Right when I looked away, I really didn't think they had the capacity, but I guess I was wrong here as Meepo is going to send one bot lane. And he's just going to poof right back mid, so not too bad. He is going to go for the tranquil boots here, which not the worst idea, as it's going to help you stay in lane a little bit, but not going to be that great for scaling here. So much damage. It's AoE damage as well, so you can't really, only tank some up on one Meepo and then swap them out later, or use that one Meepo for something else, which is why the tranquils are going to be so important here, but still, he needs to right-click as well, and that's when it gets really annoying here. PA just so low right now. This silencer would love to go in and just use a last word on her, but not going to do so. It's diving the tower could prove to be a little bit hazardous here, and Meepo just going to keep walking towards the runes. Tranquil boots are activated now, and Pugna looks like he's moving into some phase boots here, as we've got a lot on this courier. It's quite full. Bot lane looks like we're just going to go brown boots Vlad's, I'd imagine. Maybe not. He actually is going to finish the wand. And tranquil boots. I'm not sure if that... It must be a mistake. He must want to grab the Vlad's, and he's just got all the items for tranquil. So hopefully he doesn't get those sent out, as he won't really be able to disassemble those Vlad's anymore. Nice little nether ward, ensuring that the Meepo can't really go on the Pugna without taking some damage himself here. Juggernaut, level 5. Let's see what he goes for. 3 points into spin, 2 points into crit, and this Axe is just going to move right into the jungle, and pretty confident. It looks like he's going to go for his Blink Dagger next, I'd imagine. That's usually the item that you want to grab here, and he's going to have it at a fairly reasonable time after securing that first blood. Onto the Shadow Shaman here. We've got the Pugna going top. He's got his phase boots, but with a silencer who can prevent you from casting spells for a little bit, as well as the Juggernaut spin, I don't know if this will be all too effective. Rubik perhaps getting a little bit too aggressive. PA's coming up as well. She does have full HP and mana now. Looking to go on the silencer. There's the slow as well as the blink strike. Juggernaut, is he going to spin for anything here? He does have spin left still, and he's got to be careful as he could go down after the spin. He took a little bit too long before he wanted to use it or get out, and that's a double kill going to the way of this Pugna after a nice rotation of the top lane. So Dire getting a little bit of an advantage now, 4-0, 7 minutes in. It started off a little slow, but it looks like we're going to start picking up right now. Axe is very low as well. It looks like he was in the jungle. And what's he doing here? It looks like he walked right back into the lake, and a little bit of a mistake there. I'm not sure if maybe he clicked on the minimap or just a misclick there, but like it is, yeah, going for the Vlad's there, so he didn't get the tranquils accidentally. Good for him. Not going to have to deal with anything like that. And it looks like we did have a courier go down, so a lot of action around the map here. Do have a lucky regen rune on this Pugna there. Fortunate for him, he can just stay in lane. Meepo not doing too bad though. He's 37 for 0, and he's going to be moving into an Agnum Scepter next, I'd imagine. He could move for something like a mech, but an Agnum Scepter really helps speed up your farm as well as your XP gain, which is one of the most important things when you play Meepo. You really need that XP, and look at this Lycan just running over here into the side shop. He's got to be careful. The Meepo knows he's there, and they should be able to get a kill. Axe actually going the wrong way. He should have gone the other way. He does have Battle Hunger as well as a call if he needs it. He's got a chop. Is he going to use the chop? Perhaps. I don't think you should waste the mana. And there it is. A dead Lycan. Not expecting the Riki to stick around, but when you've got the regen from his passive there, 7 regen, absolutely ridiculous. You may as well just have Tranquil Boost just sitting in lane there. Juggernaut still not doing too bad. He's 32 for 7 here. Rubik's just using Fade Bolt to help secure some last hits here. He's got 700 gold on top of his brown boots and a wand. PA though, 880 gold. She wants to stick around for this Morbid Mask. Hopefully that won't be her downfall here. Is going to miss that last hit with the Stifling Dagger. Looks like Meepo's going to go bottom, and Riki is going to get a kill on the Shadow Shaman, who I believe is 0-3 now. Yeah, 0-3-1 on the Shadow Shaman. So unfortunate for him. Looks like here's the Meepo coming in. He's got one net, as well as a couple poofs. The follow-up net should be soon, and there's the call before the poofs can land. And look at that. That's a lot of Meepo damage. Is he going to go down here? I believe so. He's got the blink still. And look at that. He is going to try to poof, get some damage onto this axe. But it looks like he almost certainly is going to die. We've got the blink chop if he wants it, but no. Here comes the Lycan. He actually used Shapeshift, and he's coming in here. Is he going to be able to get the kill on the axe? There it is. And the Riki's not actually going to die either. Meanwhile, top lane Silencer going down as well. It looks like the Pugna, the Rubik, as well as the PA getting another rotation there, but that axe maybe not using the blink chop. Perhaps could have there. He had the time. Just holding onto it a bit too long, and the Lycan running up. That's going to stop anything from happening to this Meepo, who's just barely been surviving on the skin of his teeth, it's looked like. And he's actually going to go for a blink, so not a bad idea whatsoever. The blink is going to give you a lot more kill potential early on. Get a couple blink poofs. He's getting close to his level 11, only level 8 just now, and it looks like, there we go, the Meepo's already starting to run in. He's got his blink. There's his blink net, as well as the poofs coming out. The last word is going to land and silence the one Meepo. Axe is going to blink call. There's the blink call on at least 2 Meepos. The creep wave's coming up as well. Stifling Dagger is going to latch on the other Meepo, but looks like, actually, no, the PA is going to go in. We do have a poof soon. There's the Juggernaut ulti going to secure the kill on the PA. Axe is going to continue to go in here. It looks like he should go down. Riki's shown up to the fight as well, but it looks like the Axe is too low, and I don't think the Riki's going to want to fight it. There's a double kill going over to this Juggernaut. And a little bit too aggressive. And look who's showing up now. It's the Pugna. This Juggernaut still has a spin. Pugna, I don't know what you're doing walking perhaps the wrong way. Not really paying attention to where you are. He is going to try and use his ultimate here. Not going to get too much done. Juggernaut still has a spin. Riki's just going to do some last hitting here onto his back. And look at the damage. If only he does have one more. There's the spin. And there's the kill. Actually, Riki just securing it with that last right click there. Silencer's close by. Doesn't have any mana though, unfortunately. So can't punish that Riki. And quite a few kills there. I think that was around 4 or 5 kills at least between both teams. So getting very aggressive now. Lycan, he's got his Vlads as well as just about his medallion. I imagine he's going to look to Roshan once he has those 2 items. Doesn't have any points in a Hal, unfortunately. But with 4 points in a Wolf and just about 3 points into his passive here, shouldn't be too tough. Meepo moving into the lane now. Does have 240 gold after that gank top lane. Did get the kill returned, I guess you could say, after he died there, but nonetheless, he is still farming pretty well here. 47 for 0, as well as 47 for 6 onto this Lycan, and look at that. He sees the Axe. He's going to dip out right away. Is he going to get off? Yeah, there it is. So Axe not going to be able to follow up with a blink there and call the Meepo before he can get out. Pugna close by as well. Looks like he's going to move into the Aghanim Scepter here, so I think a Veil would have been a little bit better if you can Veil a couple heroes, including that Meepo. Very, very helpful, and I believe he's got better magic resistance, so yeah, he's got 35 base magic resistance instead of the 25, so a Veil definitely would have helped with that, but no big deal. Obviously not too afraid of the Meepo. They've got the blink. They smoked up the Lycan, actually smoking up to go into Roshan here, and look at that Meepo. Be careful. The Axe is coming around the corner. They still don't see him. There's the Meepo coming up behind now, and looks like we're going to have a weird spread out fight. Rubik's going to go down almost instantly here. And there it is. They're going right onto the Shadow Shaman. He's going to blow up. Is he going to be able to plant wards? No. Global Silence as well as the Smoke Cloud. This Meepo's got to be careful as well. Shapeshift going to go down. They shouldn't be able to catch that Lycan. Do they have the blink from the Axe? It looks like they do. They're not going to use it just yet. There's the net, but it doesn't matter. The Blink Strike going to cancel that. Silencer's coming in as well. There's the Blink Call onto the Silencer. He's going to get blown up by the Pugna as well as the Crit Strike there. Meepo's going to TP home as well as Poof right after that. He should be all right. Although he's got Poof. Is he going to get it? Yeah, he is. He should be fine getting the Poof off. And 2-for-1 exchange. The Rubik dying very early on, but Dire managed to bring it back there and get the Silencer as well as the Shadow Shaman with a nice Poof preventing those Serpent Wards from going down. Excuse me, a nice little smoke, not a Poof, but looks like Riki going to move right into the Basher after his treads, and they're just going to look to pressure this tower with the Pugna. The Nether Blast Doing so much damage to these towers. Level 4, 13 minutes in, and look at this. Radiant looks like they don't want to give it up for free, though. Lycan doesn't have a shapeshift, unfortunately for him. Does have a couple of wolves that he can just, you know, put right onto that. And look at that, a double hero net as well as the poof call. There it is. The call is actually going to land on quite a few heroes, but it's not going to matter. There's 2 heroes dead already. The Axe as well as the Pugna are going to go down. The Shadow Shaman's going to fall as well. PA is going to go down. And look at this. There's so much happening under this smoke cloud. There's already 6 heroes dead. It looks like this Rubik should fall as well. We've got another blink onto the Meepo. If he wants to use it, he should go to use it. There's the spin from these Rubik, so they're not going to be able to catch him. He is going to throw out the net. Is the Meepo going to go down? Do we have a Fable? We do. Turn around and Fable to Meepo. Please, Rubik. There's the Fable. It's not going to be enough. He's going to live on about 50 HP. And when all's said and done, an ultra kill for the Juggernaut. And 7 heroes dead after that engagement. So Dire's saying a little bit too long after trying to get that tower. And is it ever back and forth already? Juggernaut going to find a nice regen rune. Looks like he's going to move into his Battle Fury. Not going to opt for a Mask of Madness after those phase boots like we see most players doing. But no problems there. Meepo finally hitting level 11. Does have the 3 Meepos now. Still only about 500 gold though. He hasn't had much item progression. Does have the Ogre Club. So he's getting there, but I'm sure he wants to farm up a little bit more. Spread out these Meepos. Meanwhile, top lane, we're going to have a kill onto the Shadow Shaman. Looks like perhaps he was going to try and get some damage onto this Phantom Assassin, but not going to be able to finish it off there. And the Phantom Assassin going for a Battle Fury of her own here. She looks like maybe she wants to go on this Juggernaut. Meanwhile, Ricky is going to kill the Meepo. Mid lane there. It looks like 3 heroes committed to getting the kill. Juggernaut's got to be careful. Nice crit from the Stifling Dagger, but they're not going to go in off of it. Silencer going to eat a little bit of a Nether Blast there, and he's got to be careful as well as he's definitely still squishy. Only about 750 HP. Grabbing a set of wards here as well. Axe is going to go cut the creep wave, and that should secure this Radiant Tower for the Dire. A lot of heroes. Not too happy with the RNG that's going on this game. Looks like Juggernaut going to get a nice deny while using spin there, but he should almost certainly go down. 4 seconds till his ultimate. Can they kill him? Yes, they can. And that's a dominating streak going to the Pugna. So Juggernaut sticking around to deny that tower. Perhaps not the best idea there. Rubik, Ricky, and Axe all sticking around here. Looks like there's the blink call from the Axe onto the Silencer. Axe is going to get hexed, but the Silencer is going to absolutely blow up there. There's the dust going down onto the Ricky as well as the Medallion. We do have a net from the Meepo, but no, the blink strike to the Axe is going to help save him for at least a little bit longer. He is still slowed because of this dust, but it's about to wear off, and they don't have any more dust or anything to follow up here. Looks like the Pugna wants to go back in. This Lycan does still have Shapeshift. He's got Medallion. Rubik's coming in as well. Is going to steal Wolves as well as get a lift onto the Meepo. They're going to use the Life Drain as well as the call onto the Shadow Shaman, who's going to blow up. Meepo's going to come in with the poof here, and he's going to get a kill onto this Pugna, who's going to go down, but he's going to pay for it with his life, and it looks like we still have the Shapeshift onto the Lycan if he wants to use it here to get out, and it looks like he may have to. No, Ricky's going to stop the chase as well as the Rubik here, so 2-for-1 trade. The Pugna going down. Meepo getting a little bit too greedy. Probably could have just left that. Trading his life for a Pugna's, and I think the Meepos is worth quite a bit more at this point, as he's really slowed down his farming, looking for a few too many kills. I guess that's what you need to do with your blink, but maybe just go into the jungle, finish off your Agnums here. Looks like PA is close by. She perhaps wants to go in here, maybe just waiting for a Stifling Dagger crit. They can't really go easily onto this Lycan, as he can just shapeshift here, and looks like Axe is just going to move into the Ancients here. PA close by. Looks like Radiant's going to move up to the Ancients. They do see the PA. There's the last word as well as the Wolves and the Medallion just chasing her down here. We are going to have a ward up from the Rubik, blink down from the Phantom Assassin here. We are going to have a lift of the Silencer. This Lycan's going to keep chasing here, and he's still got Shapeshift again. So keep that in mind. There's the blink in from the Meepo. He's going to get a net onto just the Rubik here, who may go down to just the Wolves if they can't kill them. And looks like they will just barely get a kill there, and the Wolves almost getting a kill there onto the Rubik, so he's got to be careful. Still just hanging out close by. We could have the Meepo blink in again. It looks like he wants to. There's the life drain, though, from the Pugna. Gonna prevent an engagement from happening, so not too bad. Still very, very quiet game, despite it being 19 for 12. It could be a lot more aggressive, especially early game. It was very quiet. Some more killing of the Wolves here, but again, Rubik very low here. We are going to have the Stifling Dagger and a Global Silence being used already. Rubik could steal it if he wanted to there. He could just turn around right at the end of it, but he's going to decide otherwise and just run away as he's still very low. Pugna obviously not wanting to use Life Drain on him this time, and looks like they want to go on the Meepo. They are going to cancel the Blink. There's the last word being used. Rubik still very close. There's the Blink call here, and it looks like the Axe wants to go as well, as it looks like the PA wanted to go in, but she's going to get absolutely blown up here. The Juggernaut so close to going down. He's at 50 HP, a double net here up onto the steps. Looks like it's going to secure 2 kills. The Rubik was already so low, and it looks like the Pugna's going to go down as well. He's not going to be able to secure a kill here. And the Rubik not being there with the smoke cloud to prevent any spells from being casted, as well as the mischance, and he's not going to be able to secure a kill onto this Meepo. Unfortunately, he's got a Mask of Madness Basher, so he could kill the Silencer very easily, actually. So Silencer could be caught off guard here, looks like, as well. As the Shadow Shaman mid, or no, this Lycan, it looks like, is going to be who he wants to go for. No, he's going to go for the Shadow Shaman first. He's going to blow him up under the smoke cloud. And it looks like a second kill here onto this Lycan is almost surely imminent. And there it is. Double kill for the Ricky, as well as a dominating streak. And now he's just going to go to right hitting some creeps. So he's got 1,400 gold. Not doing too bad. Basher, Mask of Madness, treads 20 minutes in. So doing fairly well here. Looks like the PA 3 TP's top. It looks like they want to kill this Juggernaut almost certainly, who does have his Battle Fear here. There's the Stifling Dagger. The call, though, right during the spin, and that means he's not going to be able to go too far. And there's the crit. Going to blow him up there, as well as the Blade Mail doing a lot of damage to himself. We'll take a look here at the grass real quick. Looks like the Dire's got about a 5,000 net worth lead. EXP, not really anything, about 1,500 in favor of the Dire, but that's nothing to really take a second look at. Looks like there's the curse being used on a couple heroes here, the Axe as well as the PA, but not going to affect them too much. We're having a TP in here from the Shadow Shaman as well. There's the Nether Blast, going to do some damage to the tower. Shadow Shaman doesn't have Serpent Wards here, and it looks like there's going to be a blink in onto the Silencer as well as the Shadow Shaman, and Net's not going to land, actually, just barely on the outside, and the PA is going to continue to go. There's the blink in from the Meepo as well as the Poos, but he's going to go down to the Rubik. Global Silence being used, not going to help too much. Lycan still has Shapeshift. They don't have too much True Sight on this Meepo. Is he going to pop to the last word? I don't believe so. Nether Ward helping secure some damage onto the Lycan as well as a dagger onto the Silencer here. And this Ricky very low, can't walk anywhere near tower range. He's very afraid of dying right now, and it looks like he's just going to say screw it, walk right up to it here. We do have the life drain from the Pugna. He could give this Ricky some more HP if he wants to. Juggernaut back up with his ultimate, but that's not enough to kill any Dire heroes. Unless they stick around as only 2 or 3 here, they've got to be careful. There's the curse going out to the PA. Does have dagger. Blink call onto mid, just going to help push that out as well. Some nice aggressive warding here from the Dire. Ricky just going to move over to the Ancients here. Doesn't have 2,600 gold. We'll see what he wants to go next. Perhaps a Diffusal. Perhaps a Sange and Yasha. Remember, Diffusal is not a unique attack modifier anymore, so definitely a very good choice, as the slow inside the smoke is very difficult to deal with. There's the Hex, as well as the Shackle onto the Axe. He's going to go down the Meepo net as well. Lycan's going to use Shapeshift. They're going to go onto this PA, who's going to be able to survive thanks to her Pugna, but it looks like the Pugna's going to trade his own life here. And actually, there's the blanket from the Meepo as well as the secondary net. The PA is going to go down as well. There's a double kill going the way of this Meepo. And Pugna's going to be able to survive here. Meepo's going to pick up a regen, and is he going to be able to get another kill here? Does anybody have dust? I don't believe so, so maybe Ricky doesn't want to go for it, though. Serpent Ward's going to be dropped to help secure this tower. I don't think it was necessary, as it was already so low. Hold on to them, and maybe you can get some damage onto the second tower there, but no big deal. They're just going to push it out, and Juggernaut as well as this Lycan are going to move into Roche, and he just dies so fast. You wouldn't even imagine that he had 10,000 HP with that -4 armor. He's got no armor anymore, and there we go. He's going to go down there, and it's actually going to go to the Juggernaut. Rubik's going to pick up a set of drums here, looking to tank up, as well as get a little bit of intelligence, just to ensure that he can cast all the abilities that he wants. Actually decided to go for 4 points into the Null Field, I believe it's called. Yeah, Null Field, to help get rid of the magic damage, instead of going more points in a lift here, which I believe is the better option. The Null Field's not going to do too much for you. And the cast range on lift, 625 at level 4, as well as the duration is a lot better, so could bite them in the ass here, as the lift duration on the Lycan is very important here, as well as the cast range to help keep him from getting that shapeshift off. But nonetheless, the little bit of poof damage is going to help against this poof damage, as well as little bit of damage from the Shadow Shaman, but that's about it here. Meepo still with just his Tranquil Boots, does have his Agnum Scepter now, and it looks like, is he gonna go for a Vlad's? We're just gonna have a TP out here from the Axe, and the Aegis is gonna go down for this Juggernaut, so does have ultimate in 11 seconds if he wants to use it here, and there's that telekinesis range, not gonna be able to use it here, and Ricky just running around with Mask of Madness. Axe is close by as well. If he wants to get a blink call, do they have a ward anywhere? No, but Radiant has a ward, and they can see that the Axe is there with the Juggernaut. They don't know the Ricky's there. They do have the ultimate. There's the blink call, as well as the global silence, though. The Hex up onto the Axe, who did pop his blade mail. Juggernaut looking like he does want to run in, get a 2-hero, and it looks like no. They're just going to go straight on this Axe. Juggernaut, is he going to use the ultimate? It looks like no. The spins are going to go down. But that is the... Oh, and actually on the backside here, Meepo going in. He's going to get smoked up, and he's not going to be able to cast anything. Perhaps this Pugna going out a bit too far here, and look at that, more kills here. A wicked sick for this Ricky here, who's gonna get another kill. He's gonna look for another kill, but that's a triple kill for both the Ricky, who's gonna die to the Lycan. He's gonna give up a monster kill streak to the Lycan as well. Not sure why he wanted to continue to go in there, but poor decision making is gonna make it a 4 for 3 for the Radiant here. PA just sitting into these Ancients, just gonna right click them while the rest of her team dies here. Just need a little bit more time, though, to get up, you know, a Helm, a Yasha, a Manta, whatever she wants, a Basher. Whatever the build is, it's usually pretty good. Look at this, she's going to pick up an Invis rune. So maybe with some lucky crits and with catching some heroes off guard, I'd wait for the Axe to come in, and as he's very close. And that'd be a nice blink call with the Wolves as well as the creep wave here. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen here. Who are they going to go on? The Juggernaut's just barely going to get out, so it looks like the Lycan's going to be the one that go on. The Juggernaut's going to spend his ultimate, but Pugna's going to come in, and he's going to soak up all the damage anyways. Looks like the Stifling Dagger is going to crit. PA is going to continue to jump. Battle Hunger was on him as well. Lycan's going to go down and lose the killing spree. PA is still close by, though. Meepo perhaps wanting to go in. Looks like he's going to turn on along with the Shadow Shaman. And that's going to be wards wasted, unfortunately. They're not going to be able to get anything done with them. Meepo just going to start clearing out camps. Not being as efficient as he could be, but no problems there. I do want to give a quick shout out. Alright, Lycan's getting a bit upset. Oh, every hero really complaining about crit strike here. Not in their favor, but do want to give a quick shout out. I don't remember if I did, but thanks to Clanksta. He sent this into our Dota 2 cast it, so thanks for sending it in, man. Really enjoying this game so far, and look at that, the Shadow Shaman's just going to blow up here to the crit as well as the Ricky, who deals quite a bit of damage, who almost has a butterfly, actually. And Juggernaut going to get a second down a tower, and is he going to pay for it again like he did the first time here? It looks like they are going to go on, and meanwhile, the Ricky's going to go for the silencer. He's not going to be able to get a global off here, and Juggernaut's going to go down perhaps as well. Yeah, there it is, and the Meepo, too many heroes here. The Meepo is going to go, and he's going to die as well, so there's 4 heroes down, and buyback only on the Shadow Shaman. Lycan's still around mid, but he can't do too much without other heroes supporting him in the team fight. He does have a BKB, but that doesn't matter with the call from Axe here. And this should be a Rax, I believe, here. And can the Radiant do anything? The Shadow Shaman is going to come back. Does he have wards? Not for another 30 seconds here. And that's going to mean that this is almost certainly a Rax. They've got the drums as well from the Rubik. Fortify is going to go down. Lycan's just kind of dancing around the back here. He is going to be moving into the Necro Book next. Looks like maybe not a Rax, actually. They're not doing... Oh, there's the Shadow Shaman getting absolutely blown up. The BKB here from this Lycanthrope. The Axe should be blinking in here and going for the call, but he's not going to do it, and it looks like he actually is going to get a kill onto the Rubik. There's the global silence being used as well. PA is going to have to try and run away. The curse is being thrown on her as well as Force Staff up. She's going to be able to blink out. The blink call from the Axe not going to land on anything. The blade mail's up, though. Are they going to be able to kill here? This Lycan, he's got to be very careful. The silencer, meanwhile, in the back is going to go down. The Lycan's going to go down as well. Ricky blinking back in. Meepo's close by with the Juggernaut here. Actually, Meepo's still in base. Juggernaut, 3rd tower deny of the game. Not going to pay for that one with his life. But it doesn't matter because this is going to be Rax, unfortunately, for the Radiant team here. Juggernaut, though, he does have a Desolator, and that's a lot of damage. The creep wave is nearby, though, so he's not going to be able to ultimate off that. Unless Meepo perhaps can poof it down here. They could do a lot of damage. There's the net. It's going to land onto the Meepo here, as well as the PA, but it doesn't look like they want to go in. The Shadow Shaman's going to use the Hex up onto the Axe here. The Juggernaut's going to go down almost instantly, though. Not going to spend his ultimate. It looks like the Meepo's going to go in. He's going to get one kill at the very least onto the Ricky, perhaps as well onto this Pug. Now he's going to go down, but on the back, the PA's killing absolutely everybody. The Meepo should be able to clean her up with a couple of nets as well as a blink here. There's the net. Not going to latch. She's got to blink out if she wants to use it. Can't blink out a net, though. And there's the Poop's going to go down. She's going to go down. Phantom Assassin's mega kill streak's going to go over to this Meepo, who got a triple kill here, but they did lose the racks, unfortunately. So not the best trade there. However, it's better than a free racks, and it looks like the Meepo is moving into the Vladimirs, despite the Lycan already having one. So not the best item decision there for him, but going to be useful nonetheless. When he is with his own Meepos, you know, you can pretty much freely jungle here. You can take Roshan very quickly. He's going to be up in another little bit here. Looks like this Rubik just hanging around the Ancients. Bot tower is going to go down, unfortunately. Meepo just going to send his main Meepos home. I would like to see him at least get treads now. The Tranquil Boots aren't really of any use anymore. He does have 2,000 gold, or maybe even Boots of Travel. You could just save up for the Boots of Travel here. And Ricky's going to finish his Butterfly. Top lane, Lycan looks like he wants to go for it, but there's the Axe close by with the blink if they want to do it, as well as the Ricky with the smoke screen. So there's the blink. They've still got the call. This Lycan's almost certainly going to go down. He won't even be able to cast Shapeshift. And there's the chop from the Axe, going to secure the kill. So Lycan getting a bit too greedy there, just kind of walking up and trying to walk away. Should have tried to Shapeshift, but I think no matter what, he was dead with the Axe having his blink and the Ricky so nearby. Fortunately for him, he is going to go down. PA is close to the Juggernaut, and his ultimate is True Strike, so if he ults her, perhaps could get a kill here, but she's so tanky here. Actually, oh my god, look at that crit! Meepo's going to be able to prove out here. And I cannot believe that crit. That was an absolutely massive crit. The Poor Man's Shield helping block a lot of that damage from the Juggernaut jumps there, as well as having so much armor thanks to the Helm of the Dominator being level 18 too. I believe this Jug's only level, yeah, he's not level 16 yet, so not having the level 16 ultimate from 3 to 6 to 9 jumps perhaps would have helped keep him alive and gotten some more damage onto this Phantom Assassin, but didn't do much damage whatsoever. The Rubik's going to look to stack these Ancients again, and that means the PA is going to have a nice little bit of farm that she can grab here with her Battle Fairy. Looks like she's moving over there right now. We'll see if she wants to move into the Satanic next. Meanwhile, Ricky just diving these towers here, and with the smoke screen as well as with the mischance, he is going to go down, unfortunately. But the Axe is going to blink in now, and here we go. Global Silence going to go down. The Axe is going to blow up almost instantly here. Is he going to be able to kill the Meepo? The Meepo's so low. Can they get the kill? No, 80 HP. He's going to survive. There's a mega kill for the Meepo. 3 heroes down. The Shadow Shaman, the only one to fall here, but a little bit of a throw here. We can take a look at the net worth, the Dire, with about a 11k net worth lead, as well as about a 6k EXP lead. Still, they're still very far ahead, not throwing away their advantage whatsoever. The PA is going to grab that stack and move right into Roche next, so I imagine she'll be dropping that branch and picking up the Aegis here. And Radiant is going to be very upset, I imagine, when they see this. Meepo perhaps could be moving into a Sheepstick. Could be, even a Scotty would be a very good option here. All the Meepos coming in. Rubik going to pick up an Illusion Rune. Not going to be too useful, as the PA can just tank this Roche with 4 into Blur, as well as with the lifesteal here. She doesn't really care. Rubik's just going to send them both into the pit here. And Meepo close by in the jungle. Got to be careful, and it looks like the PA maybe wants to move into the jungle here. Meanwhile, mid lane, 3 heroes from the Radiant are pushing. Well, they know the Ricky and the Pugna are down. Rubik's going to catch the Meepo here. He is going to net the Rubik and just kind of blow up the illusion and say, oops. And it looks like the Silencer, though, he's going to get blown up here. I don't think there was even a crit there, but just the sheer right-click damage can absolutely pop to this PA here. And this Dire Ward still hanging on, still got about a quarter of its lifetime left here. We'll see if they want to place another aggressive ward. Meepo, 2,700 gold. Looks like he is going to go for the Sheepstick here. Oh, no. Don't pick it up. No, Meepo, anybody, kill his courier. Please, Axe, somebody look. Kill the courier. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Oh, Dyer, please. That was the easiest 2,700 net worth advantage for 2 minutes or 3 minutes of your life. They don't even care that they just let a courier with a mystic staff on it fly right past them, because the PA is going to go right in onto this Meepo, and I don't think he can really do anything about it. She's actually going to get hexed up from the Shadow Shaman. Perhaps she's going to lose her Aegis right away, and she BKB'd very early on, which is unfortunate for her. Is she going to get a crit here? She's going to get a crit finally. Meepo's very low as well. Do we have the Pugna close by? The axe is going to go down. Pugna's close by. Ricky looks like he wants to go into the Meepo. Does have another Blink Strike. He's going to get hexed up as well. The PA's got to turn around. She doesn't have a BKB or anything. There's the Stifling Dagger. Not going to do anything. She's diving behind the tower. Not sure what she's doing whatsoever. What did I just watch? That was a 5-hero throw from the Dyer. Were there any buybacks? No. Oh my god. 8,000 EXP. 6,000 gold. Dyer just throwing away the advantage that they had here. PA perhaps going in a little bit too early. If you're not going to BKB, you got to save it for after the Aegis. She was already hexed and at about a quarter HP. So wasted BKB really ensured that Radiant took that fight there. The Meepo was so low, so perhaps a little bit unlucky with the crits there, but I guess it's unlucky depending on who you're asking there. They could have killed the courier as well, so some little bit of salt out here from both teams, but you know, little kind of weird. Don't see that all too often, but no big deal. Player's gonna hate. Looks like they are going to push. There's the call onto the Shadow Shaman, as well as a Necro Creep, and the Wolves are going to help him spin quite a bit here, but not going to be able to secure a kill, as the Rubik doesn't really have too much. Finally did get to steal Ether Shock. Nether Blast going to help push out the creep wave, so no racks for the Radiant just yet. They're going to still look to come back here, but look at the swing right back up there. It was at about 12,000, 13,000. Already right back up to 6,000 here, and 2,500 in favor of the Radiant in terms of EXP now. So take a look at the KDA. We see that we've got a 13 and 5 on this Ricky, as well as a 12 for 6 onto this Meepo, who's really been holding his own this game despite having a rough early start here. It looks like he is going to grab a Sheepstick. PA is going to disconnect. Hopefully she comes back, as it's never fun casting a 4v5, and that's never the way you want to win, guys. Even if you're losing by a ton and somebody disconnects, even if you win, you didn't really win if it's a 4v5 here. So look at that. Meepo's gonna blink in right onto this Rubik here, who's gonna almost certainly blow up here. Although this Ricky's gonna help secure a kill here, perhaps onto this Meepo. Ricky's gonna get sheepsticked up, and there's the blink call from the axe. He's gonna be spinning a hell of a lot against this Meepo here. Ricky can't do anything, as well as the axe are gonna go down here. Ricky's gonna buy back. And a very, very odd engagement there. The Ricky could have just left after securing the Rubik. Now dying there, but Sheepstick maybe catching him off guard, and he's going to go down. This could be a Rax. The Axe is going to have to buy back, but without the PA, it's going to be difficult. Top tier 1 for the Dyer is going to go down. Finally, after 36 minutes in. Lycan does have Necro 3 on the Courier if he wants it. There's the Serpent Wards. And they really cannot fight into that. What did Rubik steal? He stole Wolves, so that's going to perhaps help them a little bit. If you can just throw them in the back there, just right-click them onto that Silencer. He's still squishy enough that the Wolves will do some fairly good damage here, but looks like Radiant not going to keep pushing in here. They know they're slowly climbing back up, and that's how they want to keep it. Don't want to force anything too much, and look at that. That graph just jumping from 13,000 to 0. Over only a few minutes, in the net worth about 4,000, 3,000. Meepo gonna move up top lane. Phantom Assassin, thank God she came back.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Meepo just poofing about here, just like Dyer. Gonna secure their top tower. Lycan just going to move into the jungle here. Bot lane getting pushed in, so quite a bit of farm there. Looks like the Meepo's going to go and grab it. We'll see what he wants to move into next. I still think Scotty's a great choice here. Perhaps a Heart, though, as well to tank up. But I think Scotty's just a fantastic item. Gives you a slow, allows you to tank up here. And these Meepos are starting to do a lot of damage here. They did see the Ricky here with the Sentry as well as the Observers. Do like these Observers and these Sentries, actually. Remind me of Puck. With the Agnim's Desolator Battle Fury onto this Juggernaut, his ultimate's going to start doing quite a bit as well. Not going to be doing, the most damage just from his right clicks. He doesn't have any type of Mask of Madness, full crit, full stats build or anything. But actually, he's hitting quite hard. Doesn't really have the attack speed to keep up with it. So maybe he wants to move into a Mjolnir and AC next to help curve that a little bit. But looks like there may be a little bit of an engagement mid here. Roshan, how much time left? A couple minutes for sure. 1,300 crits from this PA already. It looks like they're just going to use the Wolf Scout a little bit. Going to right-click them onto the PA, who's going to blink into this creep wave. She's got to be careful. They probably could have killed her there with the Hex. But the Meepo, actually, no, the Meepo's close by as well. So, a double Hex. Maybe they're afraid of the blink call, but they've got the Global. I think that could have been a very favorable engagement. But meanwhile, it looks like the Shadow Shaman is going to get blown up here. There's the Global's going to go down like in Shapeshift. He's going to move immediately onto this Rubik. They are going to have the Crimson Guard help tank some of that damage, but he's going to blow up. Meepo's going to come in as well. Did he already use the Hex? It looks like he did. And there's the Pugna going to go down as well. Blink call from the Axe, but that's not who you want to blink call. Ricky is going to go in as well. He's going to blow up here. Axe is going to go down. PA's going to BKB. She's going to try and kill this Meepo. There's one crit. Meepo's going to go down. PA could perhaps turn around and keep going. It looks like she will. She's going to blow up the Silencer. The Lycan's close by, but he doesn't have Shapeshift. She is going to get hexed up now that her BKB is down, and that's a lot of damage even without Shapeshift. She's got to be careful there. Juggernaut's going to come by. He's going to ultimate as well. So that's a 5 for 2 as well as the buyback coming out here from the Silencer, who's got 46 stolen intelligence. Holy jeez, 130 intelligence, 46 stolen intelligence on this Silencer. He's been around a lot of these kills now, and could this be where Radiant comes back and takes a few racks now? They're going to give the regen rune to the Shadow Shaman, and that means he's going to have Serpent Wards here. They don't have any of these towers, so unfortunately for them, they're not going to be able to get Mega Creeps off these kills, but even then, the heroes are almost certainly up. The respawn timers are still so low. It's only 40 minutes in. It feels like it's been a much longer game than that. Looks like the Juggernaut's going to move into an MKB. Another good decision as well. I'm not sure why I didn't think of that, actually. Seems to be the most obvious item decision here. Rubik, what's he going to steal again? Wolves, looks like are going to be the name of the game here for this Rubik. Pugna is going to place down a ward here. And it looks like the Lycan's going to start posting up a bit. Not going to be able to do too much. Serpent Ward is going to be thrown down onto these towers here. Are they looking to just end it now? Maybe it looks like we are going to have the blink call from the Axe. He's going to get a kill there. And the Juggernaut, is he going to go down? Actually, no. It looks like here, what's going to happen here is that this Lycan is just going to stay here. And he's just going to get life drained from the Pugna here. Juggernaut's finally going to use his ultimate as well as the BKB from the Lycan. Unfortunately, the ult's going to jump straight to creeps. Lycan's going to shapeshift, but he's got to be careful. Ricky's close by. Lycan's going to go down. Juggernaut's close by, and he's going to go down almost certainly as well. There's the bash as well as the life drain. So he's going to die. What a weird engagement that was. It feels like it's just been a game of weird engagements. Ricky does have 1,400 gold. Hasn't finished anything or really bought anything after that butterfly. PA here. We'll see if she wants to move into an Abyssal next or not. But what an odd engagement. Looks like we're going to have a BKB for this Pugna, who did buy a sheep stick of his own here. We saw it last fight. I believe he sheeped up one of the Meepos, who looks like he's going to be moving into a Heart. He's not going to be moving into a Scotty, which is no big deal whatsoever. And it looks like Dire, though, they're going to move in. Perhaps going to get Megas here, as they do have every single tower. Top Rax is naked. Range Rax is at about half HP. And oh no, are they going to be able to pick off this courier? Meepo's close by. Can they pick it off? It looks like the net onto the PA, but the Ricky's going to blink in. The Meepo's going to get blown up almost instantly here. He's going to go down. Does he have buyback? He doesn't. So no Meepo for 80 seconds. And this should almost certainly be at least one set of racks. Maybe two, as the Lycan used Shapeshift, and it hasn't been useful whatsoever. The Lycan's going to go down. The Global Silence being used. The Ricky's actually going to die first. PA's going to get the crypt. She's going to get shackled, and it doesn't matter. She's going to be able to survive here. Blink in. She's going to live. The Silencer's trying to run away, but the Hex here from the Pugna is going to secure the kill on him. Juggernaut's going to use his ultimate, but it's going to get soaked up here. The miss chance onto this PA. It looks like the Juggernaut not going to be able to get a kill here. Buyback, as well as the Serpent Ward's perhaps going to be used by this Shadow Shaman. Is he going to be able to throw them down here? He is going to go down. There's the chop. The Axe is going to die as well. Most certainly. No, he's not. He's going to live as well. There's 5 heroes down for the Radiant. GG's getting thrown out here. And this seems like the end for the Radiant. Getting a little bit too aggressive here in their own base. The Meepo trying to kill the PA with the net. He should have just waited for his team. Fortification's going to be used. Rubik All the way at base. They didn't even need him for that fight. He's just been AFK.
Radiant's top barracks.
Top racks is going to go down. Meepo up in 13 seconds, though. So they can't get bot racks. And if they do, it'd be a weird miracle in which they kill the Meepo. But with a Hex as well as a life drain, you never know here. And it looks like actually Pugna, what are you doing? Buying a BKB. Not where you want to be when Meepo's about to respawn here. And so no mega creeps just yet. But 2 racks down. Gonna be very difficult. Axe gonna get sheeped up. Did BKB. There's the net. A very long range net here. And this is a dead Axe if I've seen one. There's the slow as well as the additional poofs. The secondary net is gonna latch here. And it looks like a dead Axe. Yes, it is. So Axe is gonna go down. Give a killing spree to the Meepo, who's got 1,700 gold here. I agree, Axe. I agree. And the game's not over yet, everybody. They are 2 racks down, so it's definitely scary. Meepo is going to finish his heart up. PA, though, with 4,300 gold here. She's going to finish up her Abyssal, and she's going to be very difficult to deal with. Especially if this Lycan shapeshifts and just gets Abyssal here. She should be able to blow him up within that duration. Even with the BKB, I'd imagine she's going to be hitting so hard. Meepo, though, with his heart, 2,800 HP. Not too bad for him. Does have his sheep sticks as well as his poofs to help get through that PA mischance. Just going to send his main Meepos home. PA, though, looking to go into Roshan, maybe, as it is up. Lycan does have it scouted out. They do want to go for it. Axe is still dead for about 25 seconds, so they could 1,500 HP crits from this Phantom Assassin. And Ricky's going to be moving into the Roche pit. And they do, again, they have it scouted out with a wolf here. So if they move in and Radiant takes a favorable engagement, Meepo perhaps blinking, netting a few heroes, and then poofing in onto them. They've got to be quick, though, as this Roshan's going to go down very quick. Actually, PA is going to move into the Butterfly. Not going to finish an Abyssal here. Not a bad decision, really. I was just going to give her absolutely ridiculous evasion. Does anybody have anywhere near an MKB? Actually, the Juggernaut does, I believe. So, here we go. The Aegis is going to be picked up by the Ricky. Global Silence is going to go down. Pugna is going to blow up almost immediately here. The Ricky's going to die as well. He's got the Aegis that they just grabbed. He's going to go down. The Rubik's going to go down. The PA can't do anything. She's disarmed. And it looks like this Ricky's going to die a second time. They don't have buybacks on 2 heroes. Could they just end it? PA, does she have buyback? She doesn't have buyback. If PA dies right now, this could be the game. Ricky's going to use his buyback, but they're going to have to go home at least one hero. Looks like it's going to be the Shadow Shaman. Doesn't have Serpent Wards to defend. PA, she's got to get the gold for buyback. She's in dire need here. If she doesn't get it and they kill her, that's almost certainly game. You've got to be careful, though. She's still very hard to deal with. Here it is, everybody. It looks like this could be the last engagement. The Axe is going to pop the Shivas as well as the Blink Call. The PA is instantly going to go on the Silencer, but it's not going to matter as he's going to be able to survive long enough to get whatever he can off. Juggernaut's going to kill her. PA does have her buyback if she needs it. Ricky's buyback. He's going to go down. He bought back earlier right after Roshan. Is he going to be able to get killed here? There's the Blink Call into 2. PA's going to jump in. There's the crits. The Lycan's going to go down as well, I believe here. There's the Stifling Dagger. Is it going to crit? It is going to crit. Are you serious? Oh, no. How unlucky for the Lycan. Gonna get critted up here. Probably very upset with that one. And it looks like this is almost certainly going to be Mega Creeps or the end of the game. Oh no, Radiant. You almost had it. You were so close, and now it looks like the Dire. Still, these graphs mean absolutely nothing. Net worth maybe a little bit as it's around 10k. Or excuse me, EXP is around 10k. Net worth at essentially 0. So both teams just so close here. Only 2 level 25 heroes, though, surprisingly. Quite a few level 18, so we'll have to see. 181 last hits on the Meepo. So, you know, not too much farming going on this game. 52 to 58, 47 minutes in. And Dire looking to close this one out. Looks like this could be the end, although Lycan will be up fairly soon. And he'll be the last hero to be up, so if they can wait for this Lycan or hold out for this Lycan, that means they'll have all 5 heroes but it'll certainly be very difficult. They do have a fortify, I believe. No, they don't. In a few seconds, they've got a fortify here. The global is going to be used, but it looks like the silencer is going to blow up almost immediately here. The poof's onto the axe. He's going to go down, as well as the shackle is going to secure the kills here. The Pugna is going to come in here. He's going to help secure a kill onto the Shadow Shaman, who's going to die here. It looks like the nets onto this PA, as well as the Juggernaut ult. Is he going to be able to get a kill? The PA is going to go down. Is she going to get the Meepo? The crits onto the Meepo. He's going to go down. The Juggernaut's going to go down. Lycan's coming up now, and it looks like maybe he can get some return kills. He's going to move right onto the PA. Ricky's here as well, though. He's got to be careful. Lycan's going to go down. Juggernaut's got buyback. Now's the time to use it if you're going to. Looks like the PA getting a little bit too aggressive, though. She could die. Does she have buyback? She's just going to go right into the fountain, perhaps, thinking that's it. She's going to go down. 4 heroes down on each team. Ricky's looking to close this one out. Lycan's just going to walk up. Buyback from the Juggernaut. They've got buyback on the Rubik as well as the axe if they want to use it. It's Mega Creeps, but this game is far from over, everybody. It's going to take one more engagement, about 5-on-5. Good luck defending from the axe here. And they are going to need whatever luck they can get, but we got this. And look at this. Very confident Radiant heroes, and that's always great to see. They're not giving up just yet. We will win easy. So maybe, just maybe, we could see a comeback here. Or maybe we already saw the reverse comeback as Dire had it, and then Radiant had it for a little bit, and now Dire's got it again here. Ricky's going to buy his BKB, which was his next item after finishing that butterfly so long ago here. 1,400 gold onto this Rubik here. It's going to be very difficult as they don't have really good heroes to defend here whatsoever. We are going to see the Ghost Scepter being used on the Shadow Shaman, and yeah, he's going to have to drop the Serpent Wards here. Perhaps dropping them a little bit early as the Meepo's up now. Now they don't have Serpent Wards for about 110 seconds. If they want to use them. Juggernaut and Lycan just pushing up mid a little bit. They've got to be careful though, as there are 4 heroes from the Dire up. And I imagine this last engagement is going to prove a little bit too difficult for the Radiant here. Meepo just going to keep poofing waves down as best as he can. Silencer and Shadow Shaman just have to sit in the base here. Shadow Shaman almost has Agnums. I don't think he'll be able to finish it by the end of the game. This Juggernaut and this Lycan are going to jungle here. Not the worst idea. You should get as much money as you can for sure. With the Vlads on the Meepo as well as the Heart, I don't think he can die anytime soon. He's going to send all his Meepos home, which is a little weird here. Let's see. He's going to pick up the gem. What did he drop here? What did he sell? He sold his Vlads, actually, or he got rid of it at the very least. It looks like a Boots of Travel in from the Pugna. He's going to go right onto the Shadow Shaman, but is that kill even worth it? He's going to kill the Shadow Shaman, but he's going to trade his own life. And the Shadow Shaman having buyback means it's going to be a 5-on-4 engagement for the Radiant if the Dire push into it. But perhaps they're just going to wait. Juggernaut just going to continue to push out these lanes. Tier 4 did go down in that engagement, though. Boots of Travel up from the Meepo. And that's, I guess you could say, 4 pairs of boots here. Or I guess 5. Because every Meepo does have them. See if he maybe wants to push out a lane with Meepos, but it looks like no, he's just very content with keeping them all close by. Especially now that he doesn't have the Vlads, it's not as easy. Looks like the gem is very important to him, as the Ricky is a very damage dealing hero now, and the smoke is very difficult to deal with as well. Looks like the Ancient is taking some damage here from a couple creeps that did manage to sneak by here. Like we're gonna have a little bit of a quiet time until Pugna's back up. Dire doesn't want to push in, so just dragging the game out a little bit long here. Invis up from the PA, who finished her butterfly. Doesn't have buyback though. She's far from it, in fact. Which means if the Radiant perhaps wins this fight, this actually could mean that the Dire loses. And look at this, the PA is gonna go right in. There's the bash onto this Lycan. Is she going to keep chasing? She is. She's going to pop her BKB far too early. She's not going to be able to kill this Lycan. She's got to get out right now. BKB's up. Meepo, though, he doesn't want to blink in after. Here's the rest of her team, or at least the Pugna, who may go down again here. Rubik, what did he steal? It looks like he did get last word. Pugna's going to throw down the ward here. And this is it, everybody. This is the last fight of the game. Radiant's still going to have a very difficult time, especially with the Lycan at half HP and the wards and Serpent wards already going down. The Meepo, there it is. There's the blink in. Is he going to continue to go? The Global is going to go down. The PA is going to blow up here almost immediately, and she's got no buyback. The Rubik's going to go down as well. He's got buyback. Pugna's going to turn around, try to use Life Drain, but it doesn't matter. There's the Hex onto the Pugna. He's going to get shackled. He's going to go down. The Axe and the Ricky are nowhere nearby. Radiant perhaps could still win this game here. Dire, I'm not sure what they're doing. They're half-heartedly going in here. And now they've only got 3 heroes to defend here. Meepo can just stay home, and he can Boots of Travel in when he needs to. And perhaps they could just move in to end the game here if they really want. Although there's a lot of creeps moving in here. Does Juggernaut have Boots of Travel of his own? He doesn't. Unfortunately for him, he did pick up a Maelstrom to help push the creep waves out, but without Boots of Travel, he should almost certainly be going right now. Oh no. Did they just waste their glyph? Is this it? Is Radiant actually going to win right now? They just wasted their glyph. Meepo can easily Boots of Travel up. Juggernaut's coming up as well with the Desolator, so the negative armor on the buildings is going to be very useful, but maybe these 3 heroes getting a little bit too far up. Ricky's close by with his 10-second BKB, and the Axe is close by as well, but there's the Meepo Boots of Traveling in. It's going to have to be an amazing defense from these 3 heroes here. There's the Meepo blinking in. The Shiva's Guard going to be popped. And there it is. There's the blink call, as well as the blinking from the Ricky. The Juggernaut ultimate's going to go down. The Ricky's going to die. He doesn't have buyback. The Axe is going to go down. Does this mean that the Dire's actually going to lose this game? Their Ancient's under attack. Who's going to win this game? Do they have a Fortify? They don't have a Fortify. Who's going to win this base race? Somebody's TPing Omens the Silencer. It doesn't matter. The Dire's going to lose. The Radiant actually winning the game after so much. They came back from Mega Creeps. They almost lost the base race to the Creeps. Dire just throwing away the victory. Just so easily walking in with 3 heroes and dying. Oh, Radiant, what a fantastic game, guys. Kudos to you for winning the game. Thanks again to Clanksta for submitting this to Dota 2 Cast It, guys. Please check out the end of this video. There's a little bit more information about myself. What a fantastic game. 55 minutes, 11 seconds. Take care, guys. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have my series from lane to lane where I just cast some everyday pubs that you guys send me. I also do some more professional pubs like games from Koikva, Miracle, whoever I can get my hands on from DotAbuff. I have a learning series as well, so feel free to check that out. There's some more info in the description as well as some videos linked in the annotations at the end here. Thanks a lot.